Oklahoma went to Mizzou Arena to face the Missouri Tigers in a women's gymnastics meet that was really great. Both these teams did a really good job. There were some that fell a little flat here and there, but it happens. The Beam Queens really helped carry this meet. The Sooners won 197.425 to Mizzou's 196.925. Very close situation here. Addison Fada won the all around with 38.775, which was pretty good, but she was the only one that was competing in the all around. But on the beam, you had Lily Peterson, Kira Wells, Addison Fada, Ella Murphy, Faith Torres. You also had Hannah Scheibel. Unfortunately, she really had a problem. Had an 8.875. Faith Torres won the beam title with the 9.95. Ella Murphy came in second with the 9.925. Now, third highest score was 9.9. This was a really good beam setup, by the way. Olivia Kelly and Lauren McPherson of Mizzou were two of the four, and Addison Fada and Kira Wells were the other two of the four that scored the 9.9. So two Mizzou, two Oklahoma ladies. Lily Peterson came in with the 9.8. It was the sixth highest score with that 9.8, tied with Mizzou's Rayleigh Jackson. But you get to see these routines. I have all five of these routines for you to see. Seriously. I mean, when you're looking at these scores, on the ball, Elizabeth Blessy and Kira Wells and Mackenzie Estep, all three from Oklahoma, had 9.925. Hannah Horton of Mizzou, Addison Fada, and Faith Torres of Oklahoma, of course, had the second highest score with 9.9. Third highest score was another four-way tie. All four were Mizzou. 9.85 for Elise Tisler, Kamara Eccles, Rayleigh Jackson, Kennedy Griffin. Now, on uneven bars, Ella Murphy came in on top, 9.85. This uneven bars this year has been kind of bad. Four-way tie for second with 9.825. Lily Peterson, Mackenzie Estep, Faith Torres, all of Oklahoma, and Kamara Eccles of Mizzou. Third highest score was Hannah Horton of Mizzou with 9.8. Already told you the balance beam. Floor exercise. Hannah Horton and Kennedy Griffin of Mizzou actually won this one on the floor. 9.925 both. Kayla Acevedo of Mizzou got the second highest score with 9.9. Third highest score was a three-way with Ella Murphy, Addison Fada, and Mackenzie Estep of the Sooners, 9.875. So they didn't do that good when it came to that. Looking at this, vault was won by the Sooners, 49.575 to 49.3. Balance beam was also a close one, 49.475 for the Sooners, 49.375 for Mizzou. Uneven bars, 49.1 for Oklahoma, 48.825 for Mizzou. And on floor exercise, it was Mizzou winning that one, 49.425 to Sooners 49.275. So the balance beam that you're going to see, the balance beam routines you're going to see really helped carry this. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics. Do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Nealon, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game. but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it.
Athlete, it's tailored perfectly to them and their abilities. Now Faith Torres finishing it off, so the 8.875 for Shively is the only blemish right now for Oklahoma on beam. She hits, it's over.
The 2025 SEC beam champion and 2024 beam champion in the NCAA does not play around. She is phenomenal. Beautiful side aerial layout step out, extremely difficult to do. She performs as if she's on the floor.
Tell me about what that means.
She's so fluid. She has no mistakes. She's able to move with such confidence. And head coach KJ Kindler says she's one of the coolest athletes that she's ever had on her team. And really calms down the rest of the team, and I can clearly see why. Just the dismount here. Back handspring to a beautiful gainer full. Holds that landing. Her chest was a little...
For the meet, Mari Tarsoli, who is 10 on bars, and then, of course, the beam national champion, Helen Hu, the first ever for the program. So it's going to be a learning curve, I think, for both of these teams. But Oklahoma on beam started with 2.99s, and we go from Riley Jackson, the sophomore, to Ella Murphy, a freshman.
Starting off with a beautiful back handspring layout, step out, picture perfect. Ella has really focused on leadership and confidence, and she's just a freshman, and she has just taken that role and responsibility for the Sooners.
How hard is it to lead as a freshman?
It's extremely difficult because you don't know where you stand sometimes, and she has just built that confidence, and she's just come from an exceptional program where people can look up to her precision and her detail-oriented skill level. It's phenomenal. She definitely has the directive to look different. That is such an extremely difficult skill, a blind landing skill. Just the dismount here. I don't know where the judges could possibly take off on that beam routine. That was
on ABC. Moved up to the leadoff spot tonight to get them going.
Addison has perfected her consistency on this event. She's cleaned up her form, and that's what kind of led to her leading off this team. She's a strong sophomore with great leadership experience. And watch how she puts so much pressure on that front foot. It allows no movement. There she does it again. A lot of pressure on that first foot. She's got a career high of a 9.95. It looks like she's gonna get pretty dang close to that. Love how aggressive she is, how fluid she is on the balance beam. Shows off her flexibility. It's a huge testament also to her club gym. She was also coached by her parents, which makes such a big influence on her as well. I know she's a close family individual. Honors her family. Just the dismount here. Back handspring into a gainer full. No question, that is how Oklahoma leads.
Off last week with a 9.8.
Head coach KJ Kindler says that Kira has built her resume in gymnastics and continues to build her confidence on all events. And she has shown so much improvement leading up into her junior year. Cat leap into a switch leg side aerial. Very impressive. Switch leap to a split jump. Would have loved to see that toe, that front toe a little bit more pointed. That is the acro series that she had a little bit trouble on last meet, but not today. She had it. Does the dismount here. Picture perfect form in the air and finishes it off with a cherry on top.
What a routine. So now after all that energy in the building for Oklahoma, Lily Peterson will take the beam. Nothing below 9-9. This is really turning into something special here for the visiting Sooners.
Back handspring loud step out. Something unique about Lily is that she's such a strong athlete and hits every single pose. Hitch kick to a switch side. And an impressive sophomore that has so much to give to this Oklahoma team. She competed in all 17 meets last season. And just the dismount here, a round off double full. Unfortunately, she did have 2 arm swings and a step back.
Now, the ladies that you got to see, Kira Wells is a 5'2" powerhouse junior. She was the 2024 NCAA All-American, or she was a 2024 NCAA All-American in vault, WCGA All-American, All-SEC selection. Addison Fada, is a sophomore, so you're going to see her a few more years. 5'2", NCAA All-American all-around, All-SEC freshman team last year. Lily Peterson is a 4'10" sophomore. She's just a little ball of power. 2-time NCAA All-American, 2-time WCGA All-American, 2-time All-SEC selection, and All-SEC freshman team. Ella Murphy, 5'3" freshman. She came in second. Also, was the freshman of the week. So, Ella Murphy's got nothing but upside. Now, Faith Torres, 5'1" senior. I tell the heights because you can tell that the better ones are normally a little bit shorter. Yes, there's some really good ones that are 5'6", 5'5", but it's the short ones that really, like it's always been. So, Faith Torres is the 2025 South Central Region Gymnast of the Year, 2025 SEC Beam and Floor Champion, 2024 NCAA Beam Champion, 8-time NCAA All-American, 9-time WCGA All-American, 2023 Big 12 Newcomer of the Year, 2-time Big 12 Individual Champion, 2-time All-Big 12 selection. Think about that for a minute. That's a senior that is leading these women to greatness. I love watching the Sooners. Now, mind you, I do root for LSU, don't get me wrong. Kind of sad about this past week's performance. But then again, though, Oklahoma's having a little bit of problems here at the beginning of the season. But they're pulling out great wins. And what they did at Mizzou, you saw what they did on the balance beam. Their other routines were really good. Other than the floor, I don't know. This season's been weird on the scores. Vault seems to be the biggest area for everybody. I don't know if they're grading easier. I don't know. But Oklahoma, UCLA, LSU should be, but it's turning into more Alabama and Florida in the SEC. Utah could probably make a statement, but I don't think it will be this year. I'm looking to see, considering how down other teams are, maybe Utah's got a chance. Stanford is stepping up big time. This is turning into one of those seasons that I'm watching it and I'm going, who's going to step up at the right time? You've got to get these ladies getting their routines down just right. And that's what they're working on. Once these routines come in, I can't wait to see what all these women do. I really can't. Stanford looks like they're going to be able to make it all the way to the finals of the NCAAs. UCLA looks like it. Oklahoma, Florida, Alabama, LSU's looking like they might be able to, but it would be a dogfight for them. They've got the routines of just something's just not quite getting it. So Oklahoma being what they are, this is amazing to see. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, that's my video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And comment. Don't forget that either. Hey, this has been Paul with
Artlist.io.
Redneck Thinker Media. I do sports, I do politics. Hit like, subscribe. And y'all, this has been Paul. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.